Hello, welcome to episode 91 of the wee podcast that is Clark here with Phil.
Hello!
So this week we are taking part one to have a look at the D23 Expo, yeah, trying to get the word. That basically happened this week, just passed. Lots of news.
Watch it's unreal.
Yeah, lots of news. We're going to point you in the right direction for some things that we think are must watches and must reads and things like that during that part. Part two is our what's trending this week. I would personally highly recommend that you listen to that. If you literally listening to nothing else, it is up there with my favourite what's trendings of all time.
Very inspirational.
Yeah, it's lovely. If not, you know what? Just make your own mind up. It's in there. Enjoy it.
It's not long, so for like 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah, it's worth a listen.
Yeah.
And then part 3, we are finishing up our season 3 of Stranger Things. And we're also introducing something new. So please give that a listen, and I will say no more on that.
Yeah,
I will just let you make your own mind up whenever you get there.
And if you don't listen, things that we're posting on our social media will not make sense to you, so you have to listen to it.
Yeah, so see what you think, and any feedback, as always, is more than welcome. Put it under videos, posts, reply on Twitter, whatever.
Everything. Yeah,
just let us know. But we will leave you with that, folks. And here's episode 91.
Woo!
Alright, so we're just going to jump straight in part 1 with our D23 thoughts. Basically what was announced. Phil has a good comprehensive list here. Some of it we're not going to cover in great detail because we've already done a previous episode on everything, Disney Plus Marvel releases and things like that.
Yeah.
So if you want a bit more information on what was already announced before D23, feel free to jump back to that episode. Scroll down and find it yourself, and basically so you just fire ahead. Actually, fire straight in with the first one.
Okay, so these aren't in chronological order. This is just through the Marvel Studios, this one. So the Eternals,
yes, we've
got Kit Harington playing. We've got the full list of the cast and stuff playing in the Eternals, but obviously Kit Harington being one of the bigger ones, playing the Black Knight.
He was the big news, I would say, out of the whole thing.
Recent
news, isn't it? Eternals, we sort of knew the cast already, and everyone.
But it was nice just to see them all on stage at the same time.
And I like the characters behind them.
I like the backdrop. Yeah, that was class.
That was a nice surprise. Kit Harington, that was not touted anywhere that I'd seen until the day before.
Yeah.
So it was kept very quiet.
Yeah. Which is really hard to do.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Black Panther 2 is being released in May of 2022.
Yep.
It's very far away,
There wasn't anything mentioned really on that.
Not really. It was just basically here's a release date and...
It's a long time. But at the same time, 4 months from now is 2020.
But then it's not 2 years away. It's in May
sure,
as well.
At one point, you remember, I'm sure there's points we were talking about, Infinity War and Endgame, it was a million years away, and now they're done.
Yeah, it's
so
don't. That's sad. So
what was that date again?
May of 2022.
Was there a day in May? Oh, I know what day it was. It's the 6th. It was 2 days after Rachel's birthday.
The 6th of May.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Rachel. We're going to see Black Panther.
Sure, she's gonna be loving that.
She loved the first one because of the music. She was all into the music and all.
Yeah, true. Actually, I thought the film was good. Yeah, but I'm intrigued to see what happens.
See, every now and again, if we're watching a Marvel film, she'll just go T'Challa. Still, if she's remembered anything, it's that.
The name.
Yeah,
it's not bad. So Hulk's gonna have some company with his best mate, the She-Hulk,
his cousin.
Yeah,
if they go that way.
Well, I mean, we don't even know if she's gonna get the powers the same way or if she's gonna be just some. I mean, for all we know, she could just be the She-Hulk as a veterinarian, and that could be her life.
See, I don't know, because if they bring Bruce Banner into that,
Mark Ruffalo.
Well, I'd say that. I mean, literally Mark Ruffalo. Mm-hmm. I would be surprised if she gets her powers the way she does in the books.
No,
because he wouldn't let that happen. Because he wouldn't even let himself be with Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
But I don't think that Yeah, because I think they're going different
because he couldn't
directions.
control, like he couldn't control himself. But like, why then if he couldn't like control himself and whatever, and he was like, oh, that's, remember that whole thing? And,
yeah, but I mean, donating blood as well. I mean, we don't know. We know what's going to happen.
There's no way he would do that.
But we don't know. We have no idea. We've literally no idea.
Unless she is literally gonna die. And then he's
Can you
like,
imagine just like the very start is just her like on an operating table, just boop, dead, and then
he's like, nah, sort this out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, if that is the way it happens, I think it would be slightly out of character for Bruce Banner due to his cautiousness.
Yeah.
And also he is now full-time Hulk.
Yeah, from what
so
we've seen,
there's potential that this could be set before he was full-time Hulk.
Yeah.
Because obviously you can't pierce his skin.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he can now, his arm's all busted.
Would there be any sort of anything left in there though? Because it's radiation blood. I mean, surely with the snap it might.
Yeah, ruined it.
Might have
Don't
ruined
know. This is a really interesting one. Obviously they haven't listed anybody who's going to play it. It was literally just announced.
Well, there's no chronological order for this
Yeah.
show yet, so we don't know where it's going to be.
Yeah,
like you
it's
said,
true.
so it could literally
Could be thousands of years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all we know.
Be weird though.
Yeah.
But I hope it is just something random that she is just the She-Hulk because she is the She-Hulk, and then
Yeah,
she's like
she has her powers and that's it.
and she's like a waitress or something silly, like
Yeah.
just like she's a waitress by day and She-Hulk by night type thing. Obviously not by night, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd
No,
be kind
fair
of cool. WandaVision is a thing.
WandaVision.
Yeah, not one.
The poster for it was cool.
It was like an old. It reminded me of
old
Fallout.
timey.
Reminded
Yeah,
me
yeah,
of Fallout.
yeah. It's like an old timey picture from looks sort of like the 50s, maybe.
Yeah.
That
50s,
sort of time
40s,
scale.
Yeah.
But that one, I think that is going to be a pretty damn good show. It obviously announced Darcy from Thor and Dark World as well. She was in, I think. I don't think she was in Ragnarok.
No, she wasn't. No, she
so.
wasn't.
But Natalie Portman, wasn't it? So, yeah, I think that one could be one of the better ones if they do it in the way that I think they will, which will be, it'll be in her head. And everyone is like sort of like Black Mirror, where everyone's different.
Yeah, well, Paul Bettany has come out and said that it's definitely one of the more odd shows. It's definitely one of the more out there shows.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's the same thing with the Doctor Strange sequel. It's sort of out there as well. We don't really know what they expect from
sort
that.
of one.
Don't really know what they expect from that, but it has says that Thor and Ant-Man characters will appear in the series, so could
That's
be.
Class. But does that mean Thor and Ant-Man, or does that mean characters from those?
Oh no, that means characters from the shows. So I would assume, like you said, like so Darcy could be.
Yeah, so she's the Thor character.
Yeah.
Ant-Man could be, for all we know, Hank Pym, or
could be.
I've forgotten her name. Hank Pym's wife.
Yeah, I know Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, that's her real name. I can't remember.
No, I know what you mean.
Or it could be the Louise or whatever you call him. And I was all like talking like this. You know the guy who like does the talking. What? That was a really good accent.
Michael Pena.
Yeah, but like whenever he does the really long
accent.
stories.
Yeah, he does it, and then he like.
And what do you say? I say yes.
Yeah.
Say it to Batman too. Yeah.
He's not Eddie Murphy, but
That's sort of
he's sort of just like donkey there. Yeah. So obviously we've got a bit of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, bringing back.
Did you see the poster?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And yeah,
where's the shield?
Well, we don't know yet, do we? That's the thing.
Well, he was given it, so unless he's lost it already.
It could be on his right hand, just behind his body that's been faded out. You don't know that?
Surely they would have shown that off. I was thinking maybe it was on his back, but then I had the other option that maybe who you're about to mention has it.
Who am I going to mention?
U.S. agent. Who I got wrong last week.
You didn't get wrong.
Speculation.
You just didn't know who it was. Yeah. Wyatt Russell is set to play the U.S. agent, which his name is John Walker. And also Emily Van Camp is coming back as Agent Carter, which is kind of cool. But I don't understand what's happening.
So I think it's going to be them doing like little side missions. The government doesn't like the fact that Captain America has passed across his shield to Falcon. Because obviously Falcon stole that gear from like the government in Civil War. Yeah. There's potential they don't like him acting as Captain America, so they then basically make US Agent into their official Captain America. Yeah. And it could be that they sort of start getting each other's way, and there's a bit of a story there. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that. I mean, the thing is, it's just. Remember years ago when we were like, oh, these are all going to be people in the films, and now they're all going to be in their own little. I'm still sort of like getting my head around the fact that these are all going to be pretty high budget shows.
Oh, like they have to be huge.
Like
they can't go from MCU quality
to like
to
Agent
like,
Carter quality.
Yeah, like that. That it can't be like that. They have to have. I think it'll really like tarnish what they have if they're not careful.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I hope he still keeps the same armor from the MC. Like, I hope it's not like
who.
But everybody, I hope that it's
Falcons
not changed.
is different colors.
Yeah, but I hope it's not like changed to the point where it's like tinfoil.
Oh right,
do you know what I mean? Where it's like it's not
like
properly budgeted. But I mean, with Disney, they always go out, all out.
It looks like it's white and red and blue.
Yeah.
Like red, white, and blue. And obviously Bucky looks like he's in a bit of a like. How do you describe that suit thing he's in?
I don't know. It's just like a military,
like a bellboy suit. It sort of is.
Well, it doesn't look like a bellboy. I thought it was a bit more military than bellboy. Then
it just looks like a. It looks like a suit from like Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, like a zipped up.
Yeah.
Know,
maybe.
Don't know.
Like a military jacket. I don't know what way it'll work out.
It was like a full like body. It was like a suit, like a bodysuit. Maybe it's just like his version of like Black Widow's gear.
Potentially, yeah.
You know, that sort of way.
Yeah.
It could be Wakandan.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be
actually.
awesome, wouldn't it?
Really
that's what it could be.
Yeah, because he's got the.
It could literally be Wakandan gear. Like, here's a suit for you to wear that's great for fighting. Well, pretty much word for word.
It's also great for sleeping in, but it's good for the comfort. Yeah, I mean, I am looking forward to that one. To be fair, it will be. It'll be nice to see something different, and obviously, that new season it'll be good.
And also new Cap, but he's not. He's
Cap?
openly said he's not Cap. He's still Falcon. Like, did you see the interview?
No, I didn't.
No, it's like they said. So what's it like being Captain America? He's like, I'm not Captain America. He's like, I'm Falcon. I'll always be Falcon, and that's just the way it is.
Well, fair enough. Fair play to him. He's not like
he's not picking up the mantle.
Yeah,
he's being his own thing, which is cool. No pressure that way.
No, but I mean, at least he can be himself in the TV series as well. But I think
like he's made
got his haircut as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does look a lot.
It's got
cleaner.
Sharper.
He looks more like World War One Bucky.
Yeah, than he does. Yeah. Pure like Trump.
No, like long beard and hair and whatever from.
Sorry.
No, he's just copying you.
So we've also got a Moon Knight series coming, but we don't really have an awful lot of information on that. I mean,
really only what he is. Like, for anyone that doesn't know, he's essentially Marvel's answer to Batman. Like, he's a detective, bit of powers, nothing too fancy.
Yeah,
worth looking up if you want to see. He's a bit of a badass. So yeah,
it'll be something different for the Marvel series. Anyway.
Yeah, like if you're looking something a bit darker to read, certainly I'd recommend some Moon Knight stuff.
No idea when that's out either, do we?
Not yet. None of these. Sorry, but what I should say is we don't have a release date to tell you for She-Hulk or, as far as I'm aware, that either.
For Falcon and
no, I think that's there. I think we went through that in that previous episode that everyone's now looked for and listened to.
Right. Yeah, She-Hulk wasn't on it, and Moon Knight wasn't on it.
No release date.
And Black Panther's just got released the other day. The What If footage, we seen Peggy Carter as Captain Britain.
Esque.
Yeah, I mean she had the shield and it wasn't. Yeah, so
it's a cool shield.
Yeah, I
cool
see.
Shield.
This is the sort of stuff that I always like watching because it's like, in my mind, I do that anyway.
Yeah.
And in the games, like I remember the Lego games, like that you can create your own Lego character, and I was like, I'm gonna put Bucky's arm on someone's, with a shield, and you can like fly with Captain America and stuff like that. I was like, it's unreal, but it'll be good to see sort of what things happen and What If, because it literally is a show based on
completely
what happens.
Obviously, anyone doesn't know, Captain Britain is a real thing. It's just not Peggy Carter. It's a guy. So, again, pretty cool character. Not too much on that to go through, really. If you want to learn more, look up.
It was something. So. It was. She has the shield, and she's technically Captain Britain, and Steve Rogers is working on the Iron Man suit. I think it said.
Cool.
So
yeah, that's class.
Could you imagine he was Iron Man?
That'd be unreal.
He's not smart enough.
No,
not smart enough. He's just headstrong.
Yeah, he's worthy.
Oh, okay. He's not though, but I mean technically he is, but Thor's always going to be a man. So we find out who's directing the Loki series, Kate Herron. Looking forward to that as well. Obviously with Tim Hiddleston.
Is she doing every episode? I did that last week. Is she directing every episode?
I would assume so. I mean,
consistency.
with these sort of things, we don't really know. I mean, we'll not know until.
She's a director, definitely not the producer.
Yeah, director. Yeah, she was director of Sex Education.
That was a good show.
Mm.
Okay, so then I would assume that she is. So that's cool. So that'll mean we're gonna get a pretty consistent episode by episode rundown, which is cool.
Mm.
So
I mean, pretty much it does say here that she's hired to take the helm, basically.
yeah, cool.
So
So I'm fine with that.
I don't know, because it's the same thing with like other shows as well. They have the director at the first episode, and then everything changes, and it's all a bit wishy washy sometimes. Like,
Yeah, Game
I
of
know
Thrones
Joss
would do that.
Whedon. Yeah, well, I know Joss Whedon would usually direct most of his thing and write the majority of his things as well. But I suppose we'll get more on that.
Great character, so that series should be very good.
But as long as it's being played by the actual guy as well, which is
It is, yeah.
yeah,
Which is
that's what I'm
amazing.
saying,
Yeah.
which is even better. That's one thing I'm glad that's not changing.
Yeah,
It'd be too all over the place. I mean, it's the same thing everyone's saying about the game, but the game's a separate thing.
I think it
completely.
looks so good.
Yeah, 100%. You watch the gameplay?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it
class.
looks unreal.
I mean, it is certainly a game, a voice actor's game. It's not a movie
It's
game.
just a
If
bit
you know
of
what I mean?
fun. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not part of the MCU.
Yeah, exactly. Kamala Khan is in the Miss Marvel series,
Yes,
which is a surprise for me.
Miss Marvel, again, for anyone that doesn't know, is basically inspired by Captain Marvel. So she then becomes Miss Marvel with her
How many
powers
series is that? My four
that we
series?
went
Five?
through. 5 or 6. Yeah, there's loads.
I don't understand how Kevin Feige's like on top of all this.
Oh.
I'd be like, no,
Whatever he's getting paid is probably not enough.
probably. Yeah.
I mean, like the amount of work that he must work 20 hours a day. Like,
well, this will be the first Muslim hero.
yes, and there's also an openly gay, married character in Eternals.
Yes, that's right.
That is another first. Obviously openly gay if they're married, but
yeah.
that
Just trying
is-
to think of that be in the.
I don't know if it's been mentioned at all.
We don't know if it's a woman, do we?
We don't know. No.
Okay.
It does. I think it's a fellow though.
Ooh.
Sorry, I answered your question wrongly there. I do think it's a guy.
Okay. I'm trying to think who it would be actually.
So
That's actually kind of cool. I mean, I know you're going to get the same thing every time now with people like, why are you putting all these people in it? I mean, I hate when people go through that sort of crap. Like, it really drives me up the wall.
it's called, the way they described it. Sorry, just so I can finish this off. Is that it's he's confirmed to feature openly gay family man.
Right.
Not confirmed whether it's a superhero or not.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. That's something different, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sort of glad they're sort of...
I don't really mind all this. Like,
No, I've
because
always been the same
in
way.
real life, not everyone's straight, and not everyone is a white Christian man.
Exactly.
So, or white religious man in general. So,
Well, the difference with Miss Marvel is she's a Muslim and she's a woman.
I'm
so-
fine.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
So,
skin color, that doesn't really matter. But the fact that religions come into it, and it's and she's a woman, not a Muslim man, I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of cool to just sort of chucking everything in. I mean, it literally have everything for everyone,
yeah, it's like what
regardless if you like it or not. Like, if you're a Muslim and like you're gonna like things like this, it's not gonna be.
and like you don't have your representation on screen, whereas now
You will.
there's gonna be a representative on screen, and again, maybe for the LGBT plus community, that they are now gonna have somebody that they can relate to on screen. If you think about it, there's 23 movies, not one person has been
Openly get,
and that's not even including the likes of Shield and
even Captain Marvel as well.
So you look at these sort of things that people are like, oh, they're gonna make who was it they were gonna make gay?
Captain Marvel, wasn't it?
No, it was 2 guys.
What do you mean? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? Oh, it's literally there.
I know, it's still in my head in.
I can't believe you've done this.
Can't believe you.
Genuinely though. I don't know who you're talking about as well.
I honestly, this is not coming to me.
Oh man.
It was an Endgame, wasn't it?
Was it not Infinity War?
I don't know. It was definitely a recent movie.
Oh no, definitely
Like,
was, yeah.
they were gonna make.
I think I'm pretty sure we covered this in an episode. I'm pretty sure we did because we were talking about Endgame or Infinity War. It was either one of them. It would
No, I
have
think we were talking about Russo in the chat room with in the chat room in the like support group with Captain America. You talking about going out with the guy and stuff?
No, it wasn't that. Well, I know we were talking about that, but I'm pretty sure we read something. That's going to do my
Anyway.
We have the first look at the old Black Widow official poster.
Mm-hmm.
See an old Hopper with a wee mask on, the wee
Cool.
beard. Yeah, I am looking forward to that. I mean,
You see her suits?
Black Widow suits. Yeah,
White one's class.
I'm looking for. It reminds me a bit of her in what do you call it?
I don't know.
Oh my god, what do you call the film? Ghost or something?
Oh, Shell. Ghost in the Shell.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously
right?
not. Yeah, pretty sure it's Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Just
Where she's the android thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to that, despite many people's hatred of the character for some reason. Never understood that. I thought she was a great
Black
actress.
Widow?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, she's unreal.
have you not seen Twitter?
No.
Don't.
You joking? She was so good in Endgame.
People are just saying why she got a film.
Because she's...
I know. If there was like I wish Twitter had like a dislike button or like a ban button that you could just, if so many people hit the ban button, you got banned for like a day, and then you wouldn't be able to write.
No celebrities would ever be allowed on Twitter. Piers Morgan would get banned on the daily.
Well, unless you're verified, but then again, that's like a whole elitist thing, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you can't really win. So my idea is just flawed, unfortunately. So that's the end of all the Marvel stuff, which, I mean,
It's considerable, considering we spent like half this already talking about it.
True, actually,
Yeah.
but I mean, we already have a few things like we've done in the previous episodes, but that was just a couple more like Moon Knight and a bit more in the What If series and the Loki series. We've got a good few things there. Moving on to Star Wars, obviously, Star Wars: The Rise of the Skywalker trailer came out there. A new one came out, and we got a wee peek at. I wouldn't want to say peek because that's not the correct term, because it's like sexualizing the thing. But you got to see Rey, sort of dark Rey. You could say. I thought it was kind of meh.
I have a theory that's not her.
It'll be a clone, or it'll be a dream, or something like that.
See, this is now sort of linking into the books, the Aftermath books. Remember I read way back when. So whenever Sidious died, or Palpatine died, he left a plan. And the plan was to basically amass what was left of the Empire in unknown space, which is what he did. So those ships you see are not First Order. They're all Empire. They're not shaped the same. They're all old shaped ships. So, and also where Rey and Kylo were fighting, did you notice what it was?
No.
The Death Star 2. It was the debris.
On the poster?
Well, and also in the clip. It's the Death Star 2
I didn't
remains.
see the Death Star in the poster. No, just a little. I think it's just a silhouette in the poster.
Yeah, but in the trailer, it's the Death Star 2.
Just a shard
You can
off
see
it?
there. Well, it's the whole husk. You can see like the turrets and stuff like sticking up.
I must
So,
have paid that much attention.
It
the
has to
actual
land
thing.
somewhere, obviously, when it blows
Yeah,
up. So there's
yeah.
potential that this is on Yavin or potentially Endor even. But I would say Yavin because it's pretty big.
Yeah,
But
I mean, Endor, you just kill all the little dudes.
yeah, the Ewoks. But like,
Sad.
there's so many like little things in there. But like that lightsaber that Dark Ray has also been in previous shows.
Yeah, I like the
Clone Wars and stuff.
Like
So
it looked class, but I just don't understand the like the look of it type of thing. Like I understand, I know the way it looks class and stuff, but did you see the still frame of it?
what about it?
Of her holding the lightsaber towards her face? It's like a really bad Photoshop.
Might be at that stage.
It's
It's
shocking.
not going to be finished like that.
No,
film
well, I
would
mean,
be.
that wasn't the trailer like, but it just looked shocking. I was like, oh dear, that looks. I mean, the whole scale and all, and the shadow and all, looked like her face had been like halved and taken apart. But that could be,
Be a reason for that. I suppose.
yeah, it could be.
But yeah, basically it just really re-upped the hype for
Well,
Rise.
it's not even that far away either.
Huh?
It's not even that far away.
No, 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
Well, less than 4 months.
Well, less now. I mean, it's September, next week. So,
Yeah.
we also got to look at Mandalorian, more of the Mandalorian.
It looks so good. Every
Yeah.
scene in that looked like a movie.
That's the scene where
I know this is the frustration that comes in. I know. but-
the scene where he chucks, I don't know who it was, but he chucks someone and then he shoots the door and the door starts closing in while he's like falling out. You know what's going to happen there. It's going to look unreal, but like it's I'm happy about the show, but I am still a bit skeptical. Not about the
I think
show.
it'll be unreal.
I think it'll be absolutely brilliant, but it's whether or not we will get to see it.
On time. But that's an issue for about 5 minutes time.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about more about that. But obviously, we've seen stuff on the Mandalorian. Like John Favreau's posted quite a lot of little clips, and
all these trailers, by the way, are 100% worth looking up if you haven't seen them.
Just look up the D23 Expo, and you'll see literally if you've got like an hour or two just to spare and look through all the things. I mean, in proper detail, you can go onto YouTube, you can go onto the actual website and watch all the trailers and all the little highlights of the show.
Basically, most of the trailers that are worth watching are pretty much Star Wars trailers.
Well, I think they all are really, but I mean, yeah, the trailers wise definitely, but I think so it is like an E3 or like, you know, Comic-Con where they have everyone there, like all the big guests are there, all the big stars are there, and they all
there's certain ones of those that are definitely worth watching.
Yeah, and you get to see them chat to a few people, and it just looks so good. It's seeing everyone come in, and you don't realize the amount like of star quality they have in each of the, and this is all owned by Disney. Yeah, like these people are like Disney's just going to be like money. Yeah. One of the bigger ones for me personally for Star Wars is Ewan McGregor coming back as Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Have you watched that clip?
Where he comes out and he's like, "You're going to ask me that question that everyone's been wondering."
Kathleen asked me, "Will I ever be playing Obi-Wan Kenobi again?" And then she takes me on. They walk weirdly close to each other in that clip.
Yeah, but I think it's to
it's
build
like 2 inches
it's
away.
to build the tension though,
and
isn't
like
it?
they are face to face, just locking eyes, and she's just like, "Ewan, will you ever play Obi-Wan Kenobi again?" And he just goes,
Yes.
It's so good.
Have you ever seen this? Is whenever he's fighting Darth Maul with Qui-Gon Jinn, and he gets pushed off onto the green screen mat, and he's like on his little like green lightsaber, like, you know, like an absolute meh. No, it's green screen of a lightsaber, but it's obviously blue, and he's talking away. Or he falls over. And he's like trying to get off the mat now. He's like struggling to get up, and then it looks like he didn't mean to do it, but he thought, I'll do it anyway. He lies down and he goes, what was it he said? He goes, they asked me, would you ever want to do a Star Wars film? He goes, you're damn right I would. And then he gets off, and I was like, that's unreal. But he just looks so happy to be there. Yeah. And now the fact that he's coming back to do a TV series, I think
that's bound to be his favourite ever character.
If it isn't, there's something
because
wrong.
It's been 16 years since he last played Obi-Wan, and he's still interested in playing Obi-Wan.
It also is weird that he hasn't really aged that much in 16 years. Yeah. It's the same thing as Paul Rudd as well.
But waiting that amount of time is perfect. Because he can now be a 16, like Luke can be 16, 15, 14, 13. Yeah. Maybe a teen, like.
Right enough, actually.
But then again, he does leave at a very young age as well. So you got to be careful.
But I suppose we don't really know where it's set either. We don't really know.
But like, say they could set it like 8 years later. But obviously he is aged 16 years. But like, he doesn't really look it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do it within 2. I mean, realistically, you could do it any time now. I mean, if you do it like 100, it wouldn't make any sense.
Because he's dead.
Yeah, obviously. But I just think that just completely, like, whenever I seen it on Twitter, I was like, oh my god, he's actually set up.
Yeah, he's only
whereas before he was sort of like, I don't know what's happening.
But it's not up to me.
It's not up to me, but yes, I am. Yeah, I just think it's unbelievable. I think that's basically it for Star Wars. There's nothing really. I mean, there was a few things about the Jet Trooper and stuff with Rise of the Skywalker, and obviously Palpatine's in the picture, the poster. Sorry. But we obviously knew he was going to be coming back because of the laugh at the end of the trailer in the first. Yeah. So I think it is everything for Star Wars. Anything you can think of that we haven't done with Star Wars? I'm pretty sure that was everything. It was Mandalorian and Rise of the Skywalker. Pretty much. Yeah,
Rise of Skywalker and Mandalorian are pretty much the two biggest things that Star Wars are going to be releasing. Obviously, they did mention about the Andor show. That they're coming back together.
Yeah.
And,
well, you suppose there's no point in saying stuff that no one really knows about yet, but even they don't really know what's going on just yet. I mean, Kevin Feige, half the Marvel stuff. There's so many things we've got to tell you, but we've
only got a limited time.
So on to the live action Disney movies, which sort of getting in hand. Cruella de Vil making a comeback. And that's Emma Stone is playing her. Again, just have to wait and see.
It's like a prequel though.
Yeah, it's
maybe that's why she's gonna hate.
It's based on her, so why she's got red and white hair for some reason. I mean,
I thought it was black and white.
Sorry, black and white, not red and white.
Oh,
It's
I was gonna be like, what?
literally reading because of Mulan's the next one. I was like, oh. So yeah, Mulan. Obviously, we've seen the trailer. It was released a month ago now, maybe. It was
Yeah,
a while ago.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people I know aren't particularly pleased with certain aspects of that, such as no original songs from the movie.
Yeah.
Mishu not being in it. Is that his name?
Yeah, the dragon.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. For a second, I thought I got it wrong because of your face there. But like, you were like,
I honestly don't know the dragon's name.
Now, the reasoning obviously for that is cultural sensitivity, which is fair enough. But obviously, it does mean that some fans are.
Why not just make another animated one then?
I don't know, but it's just what they went with. So
yeah, I mean, it's something I'll probably watch at some point. The original Mulan, I don't think I've ever actually seen.
it's alright.
It's not something I would ever want to watch.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. Jungle Cruise is another thing based off a ride basically in Disneyland, and Disneyland. It's the same thing as the Pirates of the Caribbean. They just based up the movies off, and it's something different. But Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are the two mains in that. Which Dwayne Johnson just what?
Sorry, I just know who you're gonna mention next, and it's so funny. But yeah, carry on. Carry on with Dwayne Johnson first.
Yeah, so Dwayne Johnson obviously he was like one of
the highest grossing movie star in the world this year.
He's got his finger in everyone's pie, including Emily Blunt's. Well, we don't know that.
Is she not married to John Krasinski?
She is.
Yeah.
She is. So John, if you're listening,
have a word with her.
Yeah, have a word with him. Could you imagine?
No, have a word with her. He'd kill you.
You're right. He's a rock. Should see his. So yeah, she's got a brother in it, and Jack Whitehall is playing him.
I love Jack Whitehall. He's so funny. How did he stumble his way into this?
Really weird that Kate Herron, the director of
Bad Education.
Sex Education, was it not? Was it Sex Education or was it Bad Education?
Is what? That he was in?
Kate Herron. No, he was in.
Kate Herron, you mentioned earlier. About,
the Sex Education one, wasn't it? Yeah. Pretty sure Jack Whitehall. I don't know he was in Bad Education, but was he not in or linked to something with Sex Education? It's a British show. No, I know he wasn't in it, but I'm pretty sure he was linked to one of the actors.
Maybe he was.
It's weird how they're all connected now. But yeah, it's two different trailers were released in the day, and it looked okay. It's just another.
There was more footage, though we just haven't seen it.
Yeah,
so Black Widow had some footage.
Yeah,
we didn't see.
Yeah,
and stuff.
It's just the way it goes, though, isn't it? Like
and Robert Downey Jr. was inducted as a Disney legend as well, which is cool.
Is there a list of them?
Yeah, he's now on it.
That's unreal.
So it's pretty cool.
Sort of sad though, because it's the end, then, isn't it? It's sort of
but people are touting him for an Oscar tip for Endgame.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I would, because I don't think they will see that movie as
Oscar worthy. Despite
the fact that it being the highest grossing movie of all time, I have a funny feeling they'll be like, the superhero movie, can't give him that. It has to be somebody from a serious movie.
Where are they from?
I don't know, but that's how they all talk.
They're from like P2,
Nonsfield.
Yeah,
but like
that's no, I understand, but I mean, I still don't think, especially in this day, like you shouldn't just put films aside because it's a superhero film.
Yeah, well, I suppose at the same time I'm saying that, but Shrek won an Oscar, so you never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't see the reason why he wouldn't, but if people want to go down that route of saying that
it was a performance of his life.
Yeah, 100%.
I think
we have a couple of Disney Plus trailers as well. One Day, which is just a day in the life around Disney. Nothing really. Well, I suppose it's special for people who haven't been, I suppose. Noel, which is a holiday show or holiday film. Sorry, horror day.
It's a Christmas movie.
Anna Kendrick and Bill Hader. Bill Hader is unreal.
Yeah, it's very good.
So
Anna Kendrick's also wonderful.
I haven't really seen many things of her in it.
She's good.
Yeah. I've heard of her being really good in Pitch Perfect and stuff, but
she's very good in it's not her in House of Cards. It's Kate Mara in House of Cards. She's very good in Pitch Perfect, and oh my god, why can't I remember the other name?
I don't know.
Why is this happening tonight?
I don't know. It's just where the way our minds work.
So carry on.
We don't have something.
You know what's still annoying me about the Gay Avenger?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, that's just the name now, isn't it? Encore, which Kristen Bell is, it's just a reality series about high school musicals. Don't know why they just didn't call it High School Musical, the reality show.
Because High School Musical is another show.
It's not.
They're doing
Everyone forgets about that. another live action film, Lady and the Tramp. You said you've watched the trailer in that.
I have watched the trailer in it, and
I have not.
The best thing about the film
is there's dogs in it.
Yes, but also basically every dog in that film was a rescue.
Yeah,
and they've all now been adopted, which is class. So, well, not all, but the main two certainly.
Yeah.
But basically, it's your typical, live. It is live action. It's not.
It is
it's
dogs.
Not like Lion King.
You were telling me. I literally seen it.
But the mouths move and stuff, and I'm never a fan of it because that is never done well.
It's Disney though now. I mean, Disney.
I can promise you in the trailer, it is not done well.
Oh dear, that's bad. Well, I mean, it'll be another live action film that I'll probably not see.
Okay, I probably won't see it either. But.
Yeah, it's just it is what it is. I mean, I think the live action period is just a bit mad at the moment. I can understand maybe 2 films a year, but not like 25. But moving on to the Pixar and Walt Disney Animation Studios are releasing Frozen 2, which we all knew about a while ago. But
they've October or November 22nd, I think, or thereabouts.
I don't know. I would assume it would be. I mean, it's been out for like what, since the start of the year or something, wasn't it? It was like mid
first sort of trailer.
Yeah. So, Raya and the Last Dragon had some concept art, which is great for Asia. I mean, the Asia like some Mulan and stuff coming out as well. They're getting great movies coming there. Pixar's Soul is all about jazz.
Yeah, you said that was.
I don't know.
Jamie Foxx?
Like it's Pixar films are always great, but jazz. So I suppose maybe kids really care about it. You know what I mean? Maybe kids just be like, I know jazz is a very niche sort of musical market, so it'll be different. They're probably going to do something unreal in it, but I mean, with Jamie Foxx as an unreal actor,
but it's not live action, is it?
No,
it's just your voice.
His voice, yeah. So it's basically about a jazz musician who loses his soul and tries to get it back, which
probably
is kind of cool.
Music.
I would assume so, yeah. We've got Onward, which is Chris Pratt and Tom Holland, which is unreal. Star-Lord and Spider-Man coming together to make another unreal film, hopefully. It's a fantasy adventure, so Pixar's always known for, like so Toy Story and stuff, technically it's a Toy Story fantasy adventure film, but Onward should be good as well. So that sort of closes out literally everything you've got shown at D23. I mean, I was more focused on the likes of the Marvel and the Star Wars side of things, but it was nice to see the likes of Onward coming out because I had no idea about that. I had literally no clue that Chris Pratt and Tom Holland are going to be in a new film. I mean, apart from that, really nothing sort of caught my eye apart from Disney Plus. But it's again not really a fan now.
See,
that's the problem.
Anyone that doesn't know, Disney Plus releases November 12th for US and Canada and the Netherlands.
I thought it was November 2nd.
No, 12th. It's the 19th, and it comes out in Australia and New Zealand. Now, they're the only 5 countries that
have released it
in any way in the know as to when they're getting it.
Yeah, the Netherlands was a weird one for me, especially being released on the same day with US and Canada.
Yeah,
it doesn't make much sense.
There is talk that the UK are due to get it within 6 months of the US release. Now, whenever we looked that up, it does say financial year 20. Now, we then looked up the financial reports of Disney, and their year end is the 29th of September. Yeah. So, going on that basis, financial year 19 will end on the 29th of September, meaning that the next year will start on the 30th, and obviously go forward from there. So, even if it is a 6-month wait for us in the UK, it does mean we have October, November, December, January, February, and March. So, at worst, it could be March 2020. At best, we can hope that they're just not telling us that we're getting it at the same time.
If not before.
Yeah, I mean that would be class, but
I doubt it. But yeah,
so yeah. I mean, there is talk that the reasoning is that Netflix still have some of their movies on, and we did a check on that, and they do in fact still have Disney movies on there, and that includes Guardians of the Galaxy 2, Ant-Man, Hulk, another Hulk,
Spider-Man
Homecoming. Was that it?
There's probably about 5 or 6 films.
Yeah, like those were certainly the bigger ones that we picked out.
That's a lot of films.
So, they still have that. So there is talk that we won't get that in the UK until they have sorted that out with Netflix. They apparently are saying that they want exclusivity. They don't want any other streaming service to have any of their stuff. So anyone that has anything Fox, anyone has anything Disney, Marvel, they own a lot. So this could be a fight for them to get it back if they want exclusivity. But then for me, part of me sort of thinking, don't be so damn proud and just take my £6 or £8 or whatever the hell it's going to be.
Well, this is the thing now. Like, everyone has that Netflix in America that obviously you said, there's obviously a lot more Americans than there are British people, but they have more things on the Netflix US than we have Netflix UK.
A lot more, yeah.
And they're paying technically the same amount that we're paying, just obviously with the currency rate. And I mean, with Brexit as well, we don't really know what's going to happen in terms of price. I mean, I think it will go up just because.
Well, Brexit is officially happening.
Yeah, but I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen
with a no deal.
Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with Boris, and it's just been an absolute nightmare today. Awful. But
yeah, it's not going into that.
No, there's far too many things to even talk about there.
Yeah.
But with the likes of Brexit and stuff, we don't really know. We hope it doesn't, break into that sort of area. I just hope that we get it for what it is, and we're not paying more than we should. But we also want it at the same time, because like we've said before, like if it's not, it starts from technically October, so we could get it by March, but by that time Mandalorian will be released.
We'll probably have missed a lot.
Yeah,
and it's not just
it's being released
like
weekly
our
basis as
thoughts,
well.
or we're gonna miss Star Wars.
Yeah,
but by March in 2020, like we don't know what else could have been released.
Well, I think it's. I mean, we're saying like, oh, woe was me. I mean, some Asian countries aren't getting it until 2 years.
Yeah,
which is a bit crazy.
Obviously, that is awful for them, but I don't live there.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. I just think that the fact that the potential that it could be the last Asian country in 2 years' time.
Yeah, they've lost all
millions.
Surprise and everything.
But they will have lost an awful lot of money, because I can almost guarantee people will be like, well, I'm not waiting 2 years to watch The Mandalorian.
Probably not, but people will still buy it for future content. So.
Oh yeah, well I mean, but I mean 2
years worth of 55, 60, 70 million people times £8 or £6, whatever it's going to be. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money you're missing out on there. Like, but obviously for us, we're not.
It'll be licensing issues. There'll be reasons for it.
Yeah, so. But we're just sort of a bit. We're just sort of confused at the minute to see. We don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but we have sort of got a general idea of when we could potentially see the rollout happening. But again, October being the start of that financial year, I don't think we'll get it before America, and they get it in November.
No, it could be. I think at earliest, to be optimistic, could be December.
Yeah.
Before Rise of Skywalker.
But even still, I would still like to see it on the actual release date of November 12th.
Likewise.
But again, we don't really know what's happening there. But if it is released on the same day and they just haven't put us in there, then sort of happy days, I suppose. But until then, I suppose we'll just have to keep guessing and keep refreshing those feeds online and praying that someone actually releases a date at some point. I would have expected a date at the D23 Expo.
That's what I was hoping, to be honest. I even started following D23 Expo on like Twitter and everything, and I followed Disney Plus and
I mean, I was searching the hashtags and every day just to sort of see if anything new had happened, or but it is what it is. We'll get it when we get it, but I wouldn't be surprised if people. Not saying that we're going to do this, I'm just going to say that, if we don't get it until March or whatever, people will not wait 5 or 6 months before they watch The Mandalorian, and I can almost guarantee you an awful lot of people will be purchasing Disney Plus for that one show, if not anything else.
If not just Star Wars stuff, or Marvel stuff.
Well, I mean, at that time of release, I mean, people have probably downloaded those films and everything before, I'm sure, in the world. I mean, not every 7 billionth person in the world is going to be nice, are they? Like, so... or non-criminals. I mean, people are into that sort of stuff. So
yeah, it's true.
But I genuinely think they're missing the mark here. But
we'll see.
We'll see. And with that, we'll just we'll end part 1. Disney.
You're good with. Well done.
Yeah, I'm good. Cool. Well, I'm not good, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Nice one. Cool. So yeah, we'll end part 1 there, as Phil said, and we will move on to part 2. We'll see you in a wee minute. Welcome back to part 2. So in this part, obviously we usually do what's trending. Now it's usually what's trending this week, but this is not the case this week. This was originally posted 2 weeks ago.
I don't think I've heard this yet, so I am quite intrigued to see what it is.
It started doing the rounds again.
Okay.
And to be honest, I'm just going to use this what's trending as a bit more of a little sort of thought-provoking one as well. So a girl called Holly Butcher posted this on Facebook 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, this is what's trending on Twitter.
It was on. I seen it on LinkedIn. It was also on Twitter, and I seen it on Facebook as well.
It's trending everywhere then.
Yeah, I seen it everywhere.
Okay.
Originally, I seen it on LinkedIn.
Okay.
Which was really weird because usually you don't see this sort of stuff.
Okay.
So, I'm literally going to read what she wrote. So what I will pass this, precursor to this with is that she died, and this was found a day later. She wrote this a day before.
Definitely haven't seen this.
Okay, so she died. She had cancer, and she died. And her parents and her family basically found this that she'd posted the day before. So it's a strange thing to realize and accept your mortality at 26 years young. It's just one of those things you ignore. The days tick by and you just expect they will keep on coming until the unexpected happens. I always imagine myself growing old, wrinkled and grey, most likely caused by the beautiful family, lots of kids, I planned on building with the love of my life. I want that so bad it hurts. That's the thing about life. It's fragile, precious and unpredictable, and each day is a gift, not a given right. I'm 27 now and I don't want to go. I love my life, I'm happy, and I owe that to my loved ones, but the control is out of my hands. I haven't started this note before I die, so that death is feared. I like the fact that we are mostly ignorant to its inevitability, except when I want to talk about it, and it's treated like a taboo topic that will never happen to any of us. That's been a bit tough. I just want people to stop worrying so much about the small, meaningless stresses in life, and try to remember that we all have the same fate after it all. So do what you can to make your time feel worthy and great, minus the bullshit. I've dropped lots of my thoughts below, as I've had a lot of time to ponder life these last few months. Of course, it's the middle of the night when these most random things pop into my head the most. So number 1, those times you're whinging about ridiculous things, something I've noticed so much these past few months. Just think someone who is really facing a problem. Be grateful for your minor issue and get over it. It's okay to acknowledge that something's annoying, but try not to carry on about it and negatively affect other people's days. Number 2, once you do that, get out there and take a freaking big breath of fresh air, deep in your lungs. Look at how blue the sky is and how green the trees are. It's beautiful. Think how lucky you are to be able to just do that, to breathe. Number 3, you might have got caught in bad traffic today or had a bad sleep because your beautiful babies kept you awake, or your hairdresser cut your hair too short, your new fake nails might have got a chip, your boobs are too small, or you have cellulite on your arse and your belly's wobbling. Let all that shit go. I swear you will not be thinking of those things when it's your turn to go. It's all so insignificant when you look at life as a whole. I'm watching my body waste away before me right now, right before my eyes, with nothing I can do about it. And all I wish for now is that I could have just one more birthday, or Christmas with my family, or just one more day with my partner and dog. Just one. Number 4, I hear people complaining about how terrible work is, or how hard it is to exercise. Be grateful you're physically able to. Work and exercise may seem like such trivial things, until your body doesn't allow you to do either. I tried to live a healthy life. In fact, that was probably my major passion. Appreciate your good health and functioning body, even if it isn't your ideal size. Look after it, embrace how amazing it is, move it and nourish it with fresh food. Don't obsess over it. Number 5, remember there are more aspects to good health than the physical body. Work just as hard on finding your mental, emotional and spiritual happiness too. That way you might realise just how insignificant and unimportant having this stupidly portrayed, perfect social media body really is. While on this topic, delete any account that pops up in your newsfeed that gives you any sense of feeling shit about yourself. Friend or not, be ruthless for your own well-being. 6, be grateful for each day so you don't have pain, and even the days where you're unwell, with man flu, sore back or a sprained ankle. Accept it's shit, but be thankful it isn't life-threatening and it'll go away. 7, whinge less. people and help each other. 8. Give, give, give. It's true that you gain more happiness doing things for others than doing them for yourself. I wish I did this more. Since I've been sick, I met the most incredibly giving and kind people, being the receiver of the most thoughtful and loving words and support from my family, friends and strangers. More than I could ever give in return. And I will never forget this. I'll be forever grateful to all of these people. Number 9. It's weird. It's a weird thing having money to spend at the end when you're dying. It's not a time you go out and buy material things that you usually would, like a dress. It makes you think how silly it is that we think it's worth spending so much money on new clothes and things in our lives. Buy your friend something kind instead of another dress, a beauty product or jewellery for your that next wedding. 1. No one cares if you wear the same thing twice. 2. It feels good. Take them out for a meal, or better yet, cook them a meal. Make their coffee. Buy them a plant, a massage or a candle, and tell them you love them and you want it when you give it to them. Number 10. Value other people's time. Don't keep them waiting because you're shit at being on time. Get ready earlier if you're one of those people and appreciate that your friends want to share their time with you. Not sit by themselves waiting on a mate. You'll gain respect. 11. This year our family agreed to do no presents. And despite the tree looking rather sad and empty, it was so nice because people didn't have the pressure of shopping and the effort that went into writing a nice card for each other. Plus imagine my family trying to buy me a present knowing they'd probably end up with it themselves. It might seem lame, but those cards mean more to me than any impulse purchase ever could. Mind you, it was also easier to do in our house because there were no kids there. Anyway, moral of the story, presents are not needed for a meaningful Christmas. Moving on. 12. Use your money in experiences, or at least don't miss out on experiences because you spent all your money on shit. 13. Put in the effort to do that day trip to the beach you keep putting off. Dip your feet in the water and dig your toes in the sand. Wet your face with salt water. 14. Get amongst nature. That's it. 15. Try just enjoying and being in moments rather than capturing them through the screen of your phone. Life isn't meant to be lived through a screen, nor is it about getting the perfect photo. Enjoy the bloody moment. Stop trying to capture it for everyone else. Random rhetorical question. Are those several hours you spend doing your hair and makeup each day or to go out for one night really worth it? I've never understood this about females. 16. Get up early sometimes and listen to the birds while you watch the beautiful colours the sun makes while it rises. 17. Listen to music. Really listen. Music is therapy. Old is best. 18. Cuddle your dog. I'll miss that. 19. Talk to your friends. Put down your phone. Are they doing alright? 20. Travel if it's your desire. Don't if it's not. 21. Work to live. Don't live to work. Seriously, do what makes your heart feel happy. 22. Eat the cake. Zero guilt. 23. Say no to things you actually don't want to do. 24. Don't feel pressured to do what other people might think is a fulfilling life. You might want a mediocre life and that's fine. 25. Tell your loved ones you love them every time you get the chance and love them with everything you have. And 26. Also remember, if something is making you miserable, you do have the power to change it. In work or love or whatever it may be, have the guts to make the change. You don't know how much time you've got on this earth, so don't waste it being miserable. I know that it's said all the time, but it couldn't be more true. Till we meet again.
It's mad, that, isn't it? She died the next day, is it? Or?
She wrote that and died the next day.
It's really weird that
27.
Sometimes, I mean, cancer doesn't care, doesn't it?
No.
That's the thing.
So I just thought they were really cool. All nice sort of thoughts, and it's interesting what she cared about towards the end. It wasn't that she had a handbag. She didn't care that what her parents bought her for Christmas. It literally didn't matter. Well,
they always say that you can't take your money with you,
yeah.
People think money's this big thing that I mean, it obviously enables you to buy anything you desire, but at the end of the day, you can't take that with you either.
Yeah,
you just leave the stuff behind. I mean, that's just the end of it.
Obviously, it's a bit of a sad one, but I just thought I like the perspective that she has, and it's everyone falls victim to the whole capitalism, materialism thing. Everybody likes nice things, and that's fine. Obviously, that's fine. She's not saying that's not the case, but just there's some wee reminders in there. Whenever I read that this week, I thought might be as well put in here, for anybody that may need them. Obviously, there were 26 points there. They're quite a lot, but seriously, I would strongly recommend if any of those resonate with you, or if you want to go and actually read the list yourself, type your name in. I said at the start there, you can just type your name in, you'll find it. As I say, it's not from this week, but it certainly has come back around this week, and
deservedly so.
Yeah, and I just thought it was a really nice message. Obviously, it has sad undertones with, unfortunately, her passing, but equally, I think she's sort of left
a huge impact.
Yeah, like a nice sort of, for want of a better term, like guide there. Like her final thoughts, almost literally,
for everyone else,
were this is what she would suggest, or what she at the end was looking back, sort of thinking, I wish I'd done more of. Basically, the guy that I'd seen had reposted it. Basically said that, I think it was number 13, is go outside, do that thing that you weren't. He basically said, I said I was going to climb a morning mountain once a month. I've climbed one. It's August. So basically he said, I'm going this weekend, and that's it. Sorted. So yeah, basically, I think out of those 26 things, I think there's something everybody can sort of take away from one of them. If I know, certainly reading through those, that more than one resonated with me. So yeah, it's what I picked for what's trending this week, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I genuinely did, as I say, despite what happened. Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave part 2 there, folks, and we will catch you again in part 3. Welcome back to part 3, folks. So it's finally here, episode 8 of Stranger Things season 3. We are going to review this, and we have got a feature that we haven't actually told you about till this point. Yeah. So basically, as we go forward, we're going to add a slight, I suppose it's a featurette, it's not really a feature as such. Yeah. So we're going to add in...
You'll see it as well.
You will, sorry, it's going to be, and maybe slightly interactive as well, so if you're a regular listener, please get involved, it'd be cool. Just again, we'll be posting any sort of polls and things like that on our Facebook page. So at the Wee Podcast, I think is the handle. Go on Twitter as well. We can find them both. So yeah, just look for the Wee Podcast. Pretty sure we're the only one there, and that's worth looking at anyway. So
ooh, so got the claws out there.
so come and find us on there and get involved. But basically, I should tell you what it is first. So
should you do that though?
We're going to be doing our own little review, if you like. We're going to be doing a thing called Watch or No Watch. We're going to be rating it each, and then combining our ratings. And as the show progresses, as the podcast progresses going forward, we are going to basically have the Wee Watch board. Is that what we ended up on?
The Wee Watch List.
Wee Watch List. Okay, I wasn't sure what we ended up on. Okay, so we're going to be going for the Wee Watch List. So the Wee Watch List is essentially just going to be what our top rated shows and movies. And now, when we do a show, we will obviously rate per episode, but on top of that, what is going to go on the leaderboard is going to be the entire season. Mm-hmm. Or if we watch a movie, then the movie, obviously, we can't split that into bits. Mm-hmm. That will literally just be the movie. Yeah. So... this week we have put 2 movies up on our poll. Go and have a look. Have a research if you don't know what they are. Basically all we've done is we picked a new one that's came on Netflix and a new one that's came on Amazon Prime. And whatever one gets the most votes, we will watch, and we will come back to in part 3 of next week. We will give our thoughts, feelings, whatever else, and we'll give it a wee rating.
That's not to say that we won't rewatch films that we've already seen like a long time ago, or even a while ago, because sometimes you might forget how good the film was or how bad the film was, but it's always nice to sort of reminisce and be like, that was a really bad film, or just something fun, something new to. Yeah,
for us, now we've done. We did. We've been doing Stranger Things for 8 weeks.
It's really weird.
It's like 2 months, and we did Black Mirror before that. Yeah. So. True. You're gonna see our ratings for Black Mirror and also for Stranger Things on the Wee Watch List, which we will post probably later.
I mean, the podcast episode will be released on the Friday, so
post that the weekend.
Probably post it over the weekend. Yeah. It'll be on the likes of Twitter, Instagram, and
Facebook.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
The graphics are really cool. Phil's done a lot of work on those and they look class. So yeah, keep an eye out and let us know what you think as well. So,
I like them, but
I think they look great.
Just me being biased.
So yeah, I think they look really good, and I think you'll all really appreciate them as well. But without further ado, we will get into episode 8 or our finale of Stranger Things.
We tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it yet, shame on you. But yeah, we always do spoilers, so just to be aware.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we have this site called comingsoon.net, and it has a recap of everything. It sort of leaves out the little tiny things like the conversations between Murray and Hopper and Joyce and stuff in the car. But basically, it starts off they're driving through the car. So you gonna say something there?
No.
You're gonna try to wear something there, but so they're driving through the car, driving with the car through the road towards
the mall.
Darkcourt.
Yeah, it's towards the mall.
Yeah, towards the mall, and basically whenever they get there, this is the whole reunion. Like everyone's here now, so
Elle's lying on the ground, the thing's in her leg, etc.
Disgusted. I couldn't watch that bit.
It was grim, wasn't it?
I couldn't watch it. See, whenever. Yeah,
we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, sorry. Well, this is the next part. This is the next part. So they all arrive. Everyone's like, "Whoa, the Hopper!" And then Erica goes mad at Hopper, and she's like, "Yeah." Anyway, so Elle, what do you do?
You missed a bit.
I missed a bit.
Jonathan cuts her leg first.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting to. Okay. So Jonathan, Elle's in like riveting pain. She's turning her eyes out, and Jonathan's like, "I know what to do. I'll get a knife." And
he cleanses it with a fire.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Because that's gonna sting, like that is gonna hurt. But I mean, well, he basically cuts her leg and it just looks disgusting. I don't know what happened because I didn't really see.
Did you not see?
I genuinely
he sticks his hand in and like looks for it. And
I seen
and,
that
starts
bit.
to like pull it out.
I sort of looked away. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna get there. And I looked up and I was like, because I watched it with Lauren and she can watch that sort of stuff, but I mean I can watch it, but it's just I don't know.
It looked very real.
It looked disgustingly real, like
real.
Yeah. Whereas but the thing is, I can watch like surgeries and stuff.
Yeah. But
they don't look as dirty or they're
because
clean.
It's professional.
Yeah, but this one just looked disgusting. But I was sitting behind my jacket and I was like, I'm not watching that, it's disgusting. And then I put my jacket down and I literally looked at the screen and his hand
was in her leg
and it lifts up the skin of her leg. I was like, I'm not watching that. That's disgusting. I was like, let me know if he gets it out.
He's like grabbing the thing in her leg,
the little worm,
trying to like pull it, and she's like, "Get away! I can do it myself."
So, I'm glad because it means there's no hands, nothing touching. It's all telekinesis. It's all. Yeah. Oh god, my stomach was doing barrel rolls.
It was pretty grim.
It was disgusting, and I mean that was. I've watched loads of things like people getting smashed and stuff like with sledgehammer, not in real life, but I mean in films. It doesn't look that bad, but that was just disgusting.
It was almost quite like, for one of, in fact, I think it's a pretty good word. It was quite an intimate, gross scene. Yeah, because it was literally just hand and leg.
Well, Jonathan was inside her. Like, I mean, that.
Yeah, that's true. But
that's true.
Not in a weird way. And well,
it was a weird way because how just get the little dirty worm out of her leg.
Well, he tried. He tried, but obviously then she's like, "No, I can do it myself." So she like whops it out of her own leg with her magic or
powers.
It's not magic, is it?
Well, it's
sort of is. Or telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
And then she like throws it away, and then next thing, Hopper steps on it,
smash it with his.
That's the bit we were getting to with them
big
all having a wee chat.
Yeah, so they all come in, and Erica and Dustin, they're all basically discussing they've got to go and basically shut this thing off.
The Russians? What's a monster?
Yeah.
Why can she do that?
Everyone's just sort of like it's weird whenever you're watching.
It was quite funny though.
Yeah, it was comical because no one really knew what was going on, and obviously Robin's a new character, and Max is not a new character but sort of a developing character as well. So
Erica's like Erica was new character.
Yeah, as well.
Certainly a more main character.
Yeah, so it was nice to see them all sort of going.
And Robin.
We said Robin.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
So they're all set about going, and they've got a plan using Alexi's instructions to shut off. What is that? What is it? Just the big shooter thing? What do you call it?
Yeah, like the key, the door opener.
The door opener. Yeah, the key to the upside down inside it. So Dustin and Erica just shout at Hopper and say, "We can basically take you there because we've been down there." And Hopper's
you can do all the shooting and stuff. Just let us take you there.
Pretty much. And Hopper's like,
"No,
what?" So after that,
they then go and use Cerebro, the big
is that what you call it? The big
Yeah,
area?
it's called Cerebro. Cool name.
Yeah, is it not off something?
Probably.
Cerebro, isn't that the thing for your man's head?
What guy?
Oh, what do you call him? Professor X?
Huh. Probably.
So
I think it is.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It
I think
definitely
so.
sounds familiar.
Yeah.
So they go and Dustin's basically it. Yeah, it is Cerebro. Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Definitely is the right thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So they go to Cerebro and Dustin's sort of trying to get a hold of. Well, it's Susie, but no one knew she was an actual thing because throughout the time you were trying to contact her, she didn't answer. Do we know why she answered this time? Was it like a boost in the signal or something, Monster?
My assumption is she just wasn't there the last time. They only tried once that we seen.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
And then sure she was like, "You haven't spoken to me in so long." Yeah.
Yeah. So they go to Cerebro, but
Because they're looking for, what's the code called? Something's constant.
Yeah. Oh, what? See, this is the thing you're getting to me now. I don't know.
Hannah's no. Anyway, go on.
It is a certain thing of numbers, but Planck's constant.
Planck's
constant.
Okay.
Supposed to be Plancks constant.
It's like, yeah, okay.
Planck's constant.
Yeah, Planck's constant.
Okay, so yeah, that's what they're trying to find out.
Plancks. Planck's constant. Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's the code.
Hopper put in the code and it was.
They put in the wrong one.
Incorrect, yeah. But also, outside of this, Nancy and all their clan are outside the Starcourt Mall.
Yes.
And old Billy Big Balls is taking the ignition cord.
They're trying to go back to Mike's house.
Yeah.
To hide out and get safe. They have Elle, there's Mike, there's Jonathan, there's Nancy, and Lucas, and Max.
Mm-hmm. And Will.
Oh, sorry, and Will. Yeah, and Will's there as well. And Nancy gets in the car and it's like, the
car's making this noise, not her.
Not her, because otherwise she's just like, it's not working. And like, obviously it's not working. Yeah. So, yeah, they find out the ignition cord's been pulled out, and then next thing the lights go on, and like, that's Billy in his car making that noise.
Yeah, not the car.
So Billy is obviously pure mind flayed. And he's sitting.
He's pure flayed.
Yeah, and he's sitting waiting in the car, so they all run back inside.
Yeah, he's just sort of like confused because I was confused. Is he going to ram them yet, or what's?
I think it was just to keep them inside.
Yeah, probably because obviously So yeah, they try to leave and they go back inside and
to get the ignition cord
from the car that.
Oh, we haven't even because she Elle's like, I can sort this out. Trying to flip the car,
and she's like, "Oh
wait, I can't.
I've got no juice left." So they're all trying to push the car over, and it doesn't work. And then they all get the stools.
Yes,
and it's the whole physics thing. And then Mike's like, Mike's like, "Told you, physics."
Yeah,
it is Mike, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Mike. Yeah.
Keep saying Will and Mike. It's just a pain there. So yeah, they get the car over, and inevitably get the cord from the car. All while Hopper and all they're all down in the.
We've missed a bit.
Well, this is the thing. This is with all the.
So, whilst they're doing that, that is the point where Dustin, Steve's like, here, they see what's happening.
Yeah, they're all.
And Steve's like, right, I'm gonna go help.
Yeah.
So he jumps in the car, and now we're back, and they're outside trying to put the cord
into the car,
the ignition cord back in the car, and then Billy's like, nope, and decides he's gonna drive at them. So he drives at them really fast. And then next thing is like smash, and
but it looked
Steve
like
crashes into them.
Why was Nancy not moving?
What do you mean?
She wasn't moving.
Scared?
She was.
That can happen.
If there's a car coming towards you, I'm not going to just stand there and go, I'm going to get smashed by this car.
I don't think you really think. I think you just sort of go, oh.
But maybe, sure you would see Steve coming a mile off as well, coming from the right direction with the lights and all on.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Because in that moment you're bound to have only tunnel vision for what's in front of you.
Yeah.
And you're probably like, oh. Well, this is it. I'm about to get crossed.
But she was firing, and she fired like right at the windscreen of where Billy was. So I mean, she's definitely in the zone.
It's a small area to hit the head. So, but even at that, yeah, she could have been really scared. And then next thing, he smashes into Billy, and they all run back inside.
Do they not get into the car?
So the car didn't work.
No, they do get into the car. They go into the car and drive away. I'm pretty sure, do they not?
No, because the fireworks has to happen.
The fireworks has to happen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right enough. They have to. Yeah, that's true. They have to go back in, and Lucas is going mad with his wee fireworks
Well, they go back in, and sure, they're all like hiding,
because of the mind flare.
and then it falls through the roof.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
And
then the big, it's like looking for them and all, and then
it's weirdly like different sizes sometimes.
I think it can change though, because it
But it would have to let something.
because
go
whenever
off to-
whenever its wee arms go out, I think it gets smaller because there's a part where like it like brings something back into its leg from the ground, and it's like it gets a bit bigger.
That's
So
true.
obviously, whenever it's sending out the little
Seekers.
seeker things,
Yeah.
like it sends basically they both like Elle and Mike and Elle, Mike, Max, and Lucas run in. No, not Lucas. He's with Steve and Robin and stuff.
And that's where they get the.
Pew, they shoot the wee thing. So basically, they're all sitting behind like something. They decide they're gonna try and escape, and Max knocks over something on the way in.
And then
It then like runs over and is like looking for them in the gap, or whatever store it is. And then Lucas pops a balloon, and then it turns around. They try and run away, and that's where Billy walks down the corridor
and grab
smacks Max out of the way.
Yeah.
Smacks
Mike.
I
the same.
smacks Mike against the wall, and then knocks 11 out, and then basically carries her to the mind flare.
Just to the little fountain area, isn't it? Just where the food court is, just below the.
Just lies her there, and the mind flare is like basically waiting to take her. And then that's the part where the fireworks start raining down from above, and it's a cool scene. Like, that is nice.
It was class, yeah. But then whenever that's happening, Elle is she's sort of waking up. She's trying to get away, and Billy's over there just trying to hold her down.
But in the meantime, downstairs,
yeah, they're all getting it on with the code. Which Murray's trying to. He's like, it's definitely the right code.
Yeah.
And then Dustin's obviously whenever
does a wee song. How good is that song? It's great.
Very cringy.
It's great though.
It's very cringy. But
I really liked it.
So Murray's like at the little, what do you call it, server room type of thing, isn't
Yeah.
he? So he's at the server room, and then Hopper tells him it's wrong, and Dustin's trying to get the Planck's constant
off Susie.
Off Susie, and Susie's like, I'm not going to give you until you sing the song, and he's like, not now.
Yeah.
And who else has
Susie
the radio?
Poo and
Dusty Bun.
Dusty Bun.
Yeah, Dusty Bun. That's right. Yeah. So, So who else is linked in with the walkie talkies? Murray, Hopper.
That's it. Because the other one gets broken.
That's right. So it's only
the mind flare destroys it.
So it's only Murray and Hopper get to hear the lovely song.
No. Max is also there with Lucas with him though.
Yeah.
Like with
Dustin. That's
yeah.
right. And they're like, yeah, that's true. Why are we this mixed up again? We've got all over the place then, because Max and Lucas and all are back at the Starcourt Mall.
It was Max and Lucas, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure. Well, Mike and Ella got knocked out, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is a mess. Sorry, folks. This is an absolute mess.
This is what I get for not watching it today.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, I mean, I really should have been.
Either way.
If you've seen it,
that is literally what happens.
Yeah,
they find out Planck's constant. The
might
code
not be
works.
in chronological order, but it definitely is what happens in the show.
Code works. They pull out the keys. Joyce, Joyce and Hopper both
go in,
and they're asked basically, did someone send you? And they do what
Dustin?
No, Murray said, which is just smile and nod, and they smile and nod. And then he's like, go on. And then they go inside to the room with the keys. In which case he's like, get out, everybody get out. Yeah. Hopper shoots the roof and everybody runs away. Yeah. They both put a key in. Terminator Man comes.
Greg Goldie or something that you call him.
Big giant fella comes. They have a big fight. It ends up down by the key.
Gregory.
Is that his name? Gregory. So Terminator comes down. They're beating crap out of each other again. Mm-hmm. At which point, pardon me, they eventually end up down by the key to the Upside Down, the big machine. They're having a fight, and basically Hopper ends up chucking him into the spinny turbines, and it causes
the reactor, isn't it?
Yeah, and it causes like a electro field sort of to explode out that he can't walk through, just in case he might die. So Joyce then throws like a belt around one key and is like reaching for the other one. All the while upstairs, Mind Flayer's getting bombarded with fireworks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Elle wakes up, and Elle basically starts to remind Billy of how his mum
and this is after Billy's trying to keep her down.
Yeah, Billy's obviously like, nope, you're getting done in here.
Yeah.
So she talks to him about his mum. You know, says how beautiful she is. What a lovely day. He was happy, and you sort of start to see the veins disappear from him.
Yeah.
Gradually, he becomes not
more human.
all like purpley. He becomes Billy again. So Mind Flayer sort of walks up to her and goes to like stab her with one of its little feelers, and like Billy stops it. Yeah, Billy stops it, and that wasn't a good idea. And it stabs him on each side with a feeler on his front, I think, and then a massive punch through the heart to finish him off, or like the clavicle basically, or the sternum to sort of kill him. Max watches this obviously, which isn't good. And then we go back downstairs. Joyce is looking out at Hopper.
Joyce ain't having no joy.
Hopper sort of knows.
They both sort of know, really.
Yeah, like he's not making it past there, so he nods. You know, and turn the keys. She turns the keys, and it explodes. Everyone in the vicinity dies, including Hopper, or is eviscerated, potentially not dead. We don't know, but
we're led to believe that.
You've got to assume at present, on the basis that everybody else that was hit by that is dead, then potentially Hopper is dead.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he disappears along with everyone else. And then if you go back upstairs, basically Mind Flayer collapses, drops Billy, and with his dying breath, with blood basically everywhere, he says sorry to Max, which was a nice touch, I thought.
Considering he wasn't very nice to her as Billy anyway.
No, exactly. So he said sorry, and then he died,
which was very unexpected.
Yeah, and then
we have said before that we didn't know, but we had the feeling that someone major was going to die, whether that be a kid or
an adult or whoever. I didn't think Billy was coming, which was weird considering he was flayed the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I had a bigger guess at the likes of Joyce or Hopper at the start.
Yeah.
Which again at the end I was sort of like, maybe not. And then obviously,
whenever they were talking about doing a little date, Joyce and Hopper, I was like, don't plan for the future, because that's always what's going to get you killed, and you sort of know that.
Yeah, and then basically they walk. It's the army come, fire brigade come,
everyone
all that. So every emergency service comes.
The news come and sort of say this is mental.
Basically. Yeah, and then Joyce and Murray are they escape, obviously, and they come out. And Will runs up and hugs Joyce, and Eleven's looking for Hopper, which obviously isn't.
She looks at Joyce, and Joyce is just like,
gives her like a knowing look, like he's not here. Then she cries, and it comes up with a scream. Then 3 months later,
which I also didn't expect.
No, I thought it was gonna have, because there was still like 20 minutes left.
Yeah, that's I was like, oh, good grief, this is near the end now. Like I usually just shut it off whenever it goes to black screen. I pause. I was like, oh god, there's still 20 minutes. This can't be right. 26 minutes. Something was like that. I was like, this is unbelievable. Yeah. What could possibly go wrong now?
Nothing.
Yeah, well, that's what I was. Yeah, I was like, this is gonna be, everyone's gonna die now. Like Hopper's dead. We're all gonna die. You know, this is the end. But
it was whenever there were 7 minutes of credits. I was like, what?
That's also whenever I was like, there can't be. I was like, there's bound to be something here. So I scrolled through the credits, and seeing the little thing. I was like, oh,
there we go.
Did you see the little monkey thing at the end?
Yeah, I thought it was another one.
I did the same thing. So
anyway, back to 3 months later.
3 months later, they are basically shown as they're moving. They're leaving the
Joyce, Will,
11,
Jonathan, and 11 has been obviously adopted or brought in by.
I don't understand why Jonathan can't stay though. Is he not old enough to stay?
Maybe, but also he could be like 17.
True, 21, isn't it?
Well, no, I mean they're college age.
Is it 18? It's just 18, so you have to. Yeah.
But he doesn't have a job to pay for anything, or. You know, maybe he's just one of those, he wants to stick with his family. But either way, very emotional. You know, he says to Nancy, like, you know, nothing's going to change and they love each other and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And which is nice. You know, I really am rooting for them if there's a new series, because I would hate to think that just because they've moved
that's the end of it.
Yeah.
And then, well, I mean, with the whole thing with Steve as well, we don't know what's happening there, because Steve obviously hasn't. Robin's not into him, so.
Well, they got the job.
Yeah.
The video store.
Yeah, but I mean, like in terms of Nancy and Steve.
No, I think that's.
I think it's done as well.
There,
it can't come back. Like, there's no way. It wouldn't be right.
Basically, then after that, 11 tries to use her powers to get the teddy off the top shelf, which doesn't work. Mike walks in and says, you know, they'll come back. I know they will, and lifts down there.
Do you not notice how like strange that was though? Because she really could have got that. I mean, the way she was doing it, it was like a re-ham was together, but she's like near enough the same height as Mike.
But I think it's because he just walked in and he was like, yeah, I can. I'm not gonna make her like reach. Like, because if she wanted to, she could have reached it, but because she was trying to use her power, she obviously didn't want to. But anyway, so I don't think it was a matter if she couldn't reach it. I think it was just a matter if she wanted to see if she could get it and get her powers back. And then basically, Elle admits to Mike that she heard him.
I was like, oh, she's gonna say it.
Yeah.
She's gonna say it.
Like, you know, she basically admits to Mike that she heard him say that he loves her, and he's all like, "Oh, I don't know what you mean." Oh. And you know, she just says, "I love you too," and then they have a wee kiss, and then she goes to
not
see.
a wee kiss. She nearly puts her full head into his lips.
And then she goes in to see what Joyce is up to, and she's sorting Hopper's stuff, and finds a little letter, and she's like, "Can I read it?" And she does. And
well, she reads it, but it's
in the
Hopper's
scene.
voice.
If you remember all the way back in like episode 2 or 1 or whatever, he was due to have a talk. This is literally the talk.
He planned, but then rage took over.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think it's worth reading because it was quite a sad wee passage.
Yeah,
it was nice. So basically, she lies down on the floor and starts to read, and as we say, it flicks back to Hopper actually writing it, and it also sort of flicks between the two of them.
Yeah, as they're reading it.
So, literally, word for word. Feelings. Jesus. Truth is, for so long, I'd forgotten what those even were. I've been stuck in one place. In a cave, you might say. A deep, dark cave. And then I left some egos out in the woods, and you came into my life. And for the first time in a long time, I started to feel things again. I started to feel happy. But lately, I guess, I've been feeling distant from you, like you're pulling away from me or something. I miss playing board games every night, making triple-decker Eggo extravaganzas at sunrise, watching westerns together before we doze off. But I know you're getting older, growing, changing. And I guess if I'm being really honest, that's what scares me. I don't want things to change. So I think maybe that's why I came here, to try to maybe stop that change. To turn back the clock, to make things go back to how they were. But I know that's naive, it's just not how life works. It's moving, it's always moving, whether you like it or not. And yeah, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's sad, and sometimes it's surprising. Happy. So you know what? Keep on growing up, kid. Don't let me stop you. Make mistakes, learn from them, and when life hurts you, because it will, remember the hurt. The hurt is good, it means you're out of that cave. But please, if you don't mind, for the sake of your poor old dad, keep the door open 3 inches.
Sad that, and it's like that whole "I love you 3000." All this, it's just the same thing over again, you know. But
keep the door open 3 inches.
Yeah, not 3000 inches off the hinges. But it's nice to see that, you know, like Jonathan and Nancy are like technically, you know, still a unit. And Will has obviously said that he's not going to join
his Dungeons and Dragons stuff. That's right.
But he's going to
find a new party.
He's going to use. He wouldn't join a new party. He says, "God love him," like, but. Yeah, it's just nice that everyone's sort of still together, and I'm glad that Joyce has taken on 11 to... It'd be nice for 11 to get a female role model now as well, because obviously she's had Hopper, which is, you know, he's a cop, he's sort of hard ass, so that's the end of the episode. But then we have the...
There's a wee post-credits scene.
The end credits was a little bit in Kamchatka in Russia.
Do you know what that's also from?
What?
It's also a place on the Risk board game.
Oh right, that's what you like. Your
Check out our board game episode.
You like Risk, don't you? So the guards basically referenced an American.
No, not the American.
In the cell.
Yeah.
And
it's almost like a prison. They're walking through a prison.
It's a prison.
2 soldiers.
It's a prison in Kamchatka.
and they basically are going to choose a prisoner. They grab one. He's like, no,
But we
no.
don't know. We don't know what for yet.
So he gets dragged along the floor. He gets dragged down the stairs. Way.
He gets dragged everywhere.
Yeah, and then he gets like thrown into like it's like a basement, like a fence.
Yeah, it's like,
in a basement
normal,
round like a corner.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, please, and then a little door slides open. And
I was expecting, the doggo.
Yeah.
Like, I was expecting that, not what
the Demogorgon, or a small version of one climbs out.
No, but that's real size of Demogorgon.
Do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's because the Mind Flayer was so big.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you think back to the first season, it was walking through the hall.
Mm.
And the hall
True.
was still smaller than the hall. It was about probably 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, so basically it like stands up and he's like, ah! And then it shows its teeth and that's the end of it.
Which, I mean...
But it really leaves it open for a season 4.
It does, but like we've said, there's been no confirmation of a season 4. There's been nothing sort of said about what's going on yet. But this season has made me want another season.
Mm-hmm.
But season 2 was okay. I personally, I would say season 3, then season 1, then season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like season 2. Don't get me wrong, but I just think season 1 was great because it was the opener.
It was a big like,
ooh,
yeah.
And then season 2 was sort of like an in between of them growing up and Will being a bit mental and all that sort of stuff. But season 3 with the ending has sort of made me want a season 4. And I don't really know what I want from it. All I know is that it has to happen.
More. I just want more.
Yeah, which is strange.
Yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
But I thought it was great. Altogether, very good series. What would you give this one? Series?
It's a tough one. I wouldn't give it 5.
No.
But I wouldn't give any less than 3. So maybe a 4. A solid 4, I think. Okay. A solid 4 beards.
I love it. I love it. I actually agree. I'm gonna give it 4 specs.
4 specs.
So
unreal.
Altogether, on
8.
our
8 specky beards.
We watch list, that is coming in with an 8 out of 10.
Hot 8.
Yeah, that's a real good strong start.
It is.
So
it is.
Yep, that's going in for a solid 8. Now, while we're on our ratings, Black Mirror. I have already got my rating.
2.5 beards.
Oh, flip. Really?
Wasn't a fan.
Okay. I went for 3.5 specs.
Okay.
So that places with a modest 6 out of 10.
Okay.
For Black Mirror, the most recent series. If you have not caught that series, I'm gonna give Stranger Things and Black Mirror both a watch.
I would say Black Mirror a no watch.
Okay.
And Stranger Things a certain watch. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet. So just before we finish off, then I'm just gonna do a brief quote. Now the quote itself.
Before that, just a little reminder. Poll.
Yes.
Yes. We've already mentioned it and stuff, but just to re-jog.
Keep an eye out for it over the weekend if it's not already up.
Yeah.
But as I say, it will be closing Sunday night, so it gives us a few days, or 2 at least, to watch the movie. So it'll be closing Sunday night. If you can do it, please do. If you've got this far,
they'll be up on Twitter and on Facebook, and we'll just calculate the.
Yeah, we'll zap them together.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I say,
divide them by 3.
Yeah. So, usually we do a wee sort of finisher. I'm gonna do a slightly different quote now. The quote basically, if you listen to part 2, you'll know that there was obviously a real nice message in there. Now, whenever it came to Hopper's letter, I felt like some of that was relevant. So basically, I sort of paraphrased it and added, slightly different words. So I'm just gonna go and read it out. So, if you've been stuck in one place, a cave you might say, and it's a deep dark cave, and you don't want things to change, but you know it's naive. You know it's not how life works. It's always moving, whether you like it or not. And yeah, sometimes it's painful, and sometimes it's sad, and sometimes it's surprising, happy. But you know what? Just keep on growing up. Don't let anyone stop you. Make mistakes, learn from them, And when life hurts you, because it will, remember the hurt. The hurt's good, because it made you out of the cave. So, all in all, linking that back to part 2, I would say they sort of cross over in a way that, you know, what you feel is real. If something doesn't feel right, there is obviously a point in her letter, her open letter. Then don't be there. Leave.
Yeah.
You know, let things change. That's
it's as
okay.
easy as saying, you know, no, or you know,
it's natural, and that is another one of our points. Say no if you don't want to do something. So
it's another episode. Check back on that.
It is. The power of the word no is another episode we've done. So yeah, I mean, altogether, I've actually really enjoyed that one. It was good.
Yeah.
So
different dynamics make just a different change. It's just nice. It's just something different. But
exactly. Exactly.
We're sad to sort of let go of Stranger Things, but we will.
Yeah.
We'll
It'll be nice for our next one to see what you guys pick between the 2 movies that we've got on there. But look, we'll call it an episode, folks, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.